Welcome to my channel. This is my 300 subscriber special. It is an Egyptian god deck under Goat Format rules, Goat Format banlist and Goat Format card pool, except for the god cards themselves and one support card, Ra's Disciple. It is purely built for fun purposes and should not offend anyone with the label Goat deck. That's why Goat is in quotation marks in the title. Clickbait. This deck is a rogue deck, so neither competitive nor extremely weak, and can be tried out when testing other rogue decks of the format, many of which can be found on this channel. I play all 3 god cards in this deck, that is, their tournament legal versions. Slifer the Sky Dragon has to be the weakest of them all. Since he has no built-in protection, however, it has a floodgate-like effect of shrinking any monster summoned by an opponent in attack position by 2000 points. And if Slifer reduces the attack to 0 by this effect, that monster automatically is destroyed. Slifer has attack and defense equal to the number of cards in our hand times 1000. As with all gods, Slifer is destroyed during the end phase of a turn he was special summoned in, and his proper normal sum requires 3 tributes. Moreover, his normal sum cannot be negated, and no cards can be chained to his sum. So Solemn Judgment or Torrential Tribute against any of the Egyptian gods won't be successful. Obelisk the Tormentor shares Slifer summoning properties and has a base attack and defense of 4000. He cannot be targeted at all, and by tributing 2 monsters on our side of the field, he lets us destroy all opposing monsters. I play him as a 2-off. The last god is the Winged Dragon of Ra. Aside from the usual god-specific summoning conditions, he gains attack and defense by paying life points until we have 100 life points left. Then he gains an equal amount in both stats. He has no built-in protection, and his secondary effect of paying 1000 life points to destroy 1 monster on the field, not a once per turn effect, is of no use if it was not for his support card, his alternate form, Sphere Mode. The Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere Modes can be summoned to either side of the field by offering 3 monsters as tribute. So we can instantly get rid of 3 opposing monsters. If summoned to the opponent's board, control of Sphere Mode shifts to us during the end phase of the next turn. The opponent has to get rid of him as long as he controls him, for example by tributing him away, because Sphere Mode cannot be targeted for effects or attacks and cannot attack itself, meaning he cannot ram Sphere Mode into one of our attack position monsters. Even worse, not only can we sit on Sphere Mode to protect our life points indefinitely, we can tribute him away to summon the real Ra from our hand or deck, ignoring his summoning conditions, and make his attack and defense become 4000. Being summoned that way, Ra is not destroyed during the end phase and gets to make use of his secondary effects, paying 1000 life points to destroy 1 monster on the field, not once per turn. As we still will have life points left. The easiest way to summon any of the gods is by swarming the board with Ra's Disciple. Summoning 1 Ra's Disciple means we get to summon the other 2 copies from the deck or hand as well, automatically. Ra's Disciple can only be tributed for the god cards, and as long as he's on the field, no other special summons can occur. Ra's Disciple, though, can be special summoned, most of the time by Shining Angel. It is also searchable by Sangan, or potentially of a Cyberjar. Although I'm not sure if Ra's Disciple's swarming effect misses timing or not when being summoned by Cyberjar. I think it does miss timing, because it's a when effect and not the if effect. Another route to swarm the board is with dark attribute monsters. Mystic Tomato floods into Mystic Tomato, or either Jinzo number 7, of which I run 3 copies, or Heavy Mech support platform. Both machine duplication targets. And Mystic Tomato targets. We summon Mystic Tomato and wait a turn to be destroyed by the opponents, or we ram it into the opponent's monster on our next turn if we have 1 machine duplication and 1 god in hand. As an alternative for swarming the board, we can utilize Last Will. By ramming any monster into the opponent, we can special either Jinzo number 7, Heavy Mech support platform, or even Ra's Disciple to swarm the board even more so, as all of these monsters have 1500 attack or less. For we run plenty of darks and lights, I included 1 Black Luster Soldier and Wolf the Beginning in here, for good measures. Next up are a couple of generic cards. I played Trinity, Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, Delinquent Duo, 1 Premature Burial and 1 Snatch Steal to tribute the opposing monsters. This deck loses to back row, so you might take out a couple of cards for either Giant Trunate or My Body as a Shield or Royal Decree to stop a Mirror Force from eliminating any of our God's cards. My Body as a Shield also takes care of Tribe Affecting Virus. For the time being, I only included 1 Heavy Storm in here for back row removal, but just take the next 3 traps out for My Body as a Shield or Royal Decree. So these cards can be any of the above mentioned cards. Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction and Call of the Haunted. Could also be Royal Decree or My Body as a Shield. That's it for the deck. If you stayed this long, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and the deck list can be found in the video description. And until next time, bye!